All right, take two. So, you're gonna be drinking some Skookum Singapore Clouds. I got this one from a local place, Wandering Hop Brewery. So this is basically like a key lime vanilla, and it has some pretty dank hop character. Yeah, just real dank, and I like that. Cheers. So it is a hazy IPA. The hops are pretty aggressive, but that key lime and vanilla kind of mellow it out a little bit. It's real nice. So I'm gonna be using Zingari Man's Sago Base, and this is the Blacksmith from our wet shaving, which I don't really participate in, but it was still easy enough to get a hold of this soap. Amber leather spices. Those are the main scent notes. I believe this is a dupe of Zingari Man's Black, which I believe I've had my nose on before, like just going through a department store. It's nice enough. Off the puck, it's super light off the puck. So for one, it's just a mellow experience that you're getting. It's I would say the leather and the spices are pretty mellow on this. They're there, but they're mellow, and then the amber itself brings like a nice, like sweetness to it, and it's pleasant, but since it's so light, I don't think you get to appreciate what it's really all about. Yeah, and if you're wondering why it's wet, it's because we're doing a video on, I was trying to do a video on the Doug Bear froth method, but when I loaded this up with water to do the froth method, it didn't have a airtight seal. I started shaking it up to do the shake and bake, and water just started squirting everywhere, coming right out of the tub. So since it wouldn't retain water, I couldn't really build a froth. So that just went right down the drain. So that's why I said take two at the beginning, because we're calling an audible. I'm gonna do a face lather here. So I got my turn and shave brush, my custom here, with the gold flake and emerald, and the V4 28mm tip knot. So it's dry right now, and we're just gonna plunk this guy right into the distilled water bowl here. Just straight like that. Kind of get some water all up in there. Now the reason I do that is because this thing is so the gel tips are so gel that the thing hardly has, they're so soft that it was kind of difficult to even pick up soap when I was bowl lathering. It might be a whole different experience entirely, face lathering, because quite honestly, I don't do it that often. But when I was bowl lathering, it was having a problem picking up the soap like off the bowl a little bit when I did my pre-soak, like I normally do with the majority of my natural hair brushes. And so I inquired about some tips, and some people told me, hey, don't pre-soak it. Just go right in and kind of give it a dunk in the water right before you start shaving or lathering, just like you would with a synthetic. So that's what I did, and it worked. I found that it maintained, not that it maintained scrub, because there is no scrub. It is so luxurious soft. But it kind of it was able to pick up soap better. Something about it. Maybe it retained a little bit, just enough rigidity to pick up more soap. And so that's what I did. That's what I'm working with there. Even so, I can't really tell if that's enough. So I'm kind of overdoing it. I know a little bit of the Sago base will go a long way, but I'd rather be safe than sorry. Alright. So I got some there. Probably gonna scoop out what's on the ridges here, just for good measure. We'll go ahead and get the face wet. We're gonna be doing another run with the Rex Envoy. And man, that shave yesterday was badass, so super excited to give that thing another run. Super comfortable, like I said before, and I'll probably beat this point home over the course of the next several uses with it. There's no excuse for that packaging. It needs to have a foam insert. There's just no two ways around it. I'm sorry. I like Matt, and I think he's got a great product here. But since the product is so fabulous, he should take a little bit more pride and just buy a damn foam insert, charge the customer $5 more, and let it arrive to you in perfect condition. You know what I mean? To me, it seems like a no-brainer. All right. Let's get this on here. All right. Immediately, I regret this decision. This is pasty, and I may have overdone it. So, into the distilled water. And if you're wondering, this isn't getting any stronger as I'm lathering. Not at all. It's if I hold the knot up to my nose, I could smell it. Other than that, I've gone completely. I wouldn't say I'm nose blind to it. I just think it's that weak that I can't even smell it, which is pretty bad. And I have a feeling I overloaded this because this is this is nuts. I guess when I looked at the tips, it didn't look like it was in there enough. But lo and behold, it was in there because I got a paste. A thick paste. Alright, here we go. One more time. Oh man. It's coming along. So, you know how I was giving Milton big ups yesterday for his amazing brushes? I'm scrolling through IG. I was scrolling through IG today, and what do I find? This badass blue brush with a blue coin, and it's going to my buddy Jack from the Virtual Groomroom to compliment his motherfucking blue PAA Max Sprecher. And I'm just sitting here like, you have got to be shitting me. The Chief just busted out a badass combo with Turn and Shave and Max Sprecher, and here comes Jack to match it. And just absolutely works of art. Those guys are absolutely just monsters at their craft. They are amazing. Alright, now that is some sheen right there. If I didn't overload it, I probably wouldn't be lathering this long. And quite honestly, I think I could very easily lather for longer. But I'm going to try to get this moving along. Alright. That will serve me. I don't even know where to put my brush. Alright. Here we go. The Rex Envoy right there. Oops, that's the serial number right there. Rex Envoy. This thing, best grip in the game. I got the Polsilver in there again. This is its third use. Here we go. With the grain. This thing feels like quality with its heft. Aesthetically, it appears to be machined very well. Like I said, there are a couple flaws. The top cap has a scuff on it, and then this kind of like ring on the bottom has a little kind of chip on it. Other than that, it kind of has a machined finish. It's not a polished finish. But other than that, it looks to be in perfect condition. And my guess is that it left the shop unscathed. But because of the poor packaging materials, somewhere in transit to its destination, it got scuffed and it got chipped because the razor's able to shift inside of its box. You know what I mean? Easily fixable in my estimation. But for whatever reason, they chose to go with some cheaper packaging. Because I've heard from friends that the Rex Ambassador, the more expensive offering from Rex, does have the foam insert, which means at some level they thought about the benefit of the foam, and then at some point somewhere someone thought, but let's leave it out on our also premium offering. Like, I don't feel like the Rex Envoy is any less premium in build quality, so why would you package it as such? You know what I mean? Makes no sense to me. This thing shaves like a dream. I mean, I don't know about y'all, but it's right up my alley. It's right in that middle area between mid efficiency and like full on aggressive. It's kind of like in that middle area. And that's kind of like a sweet spot for me. And it just has like entry level blade feel to go with that efficiency. I'm just gonna give it some more water. Right off the rip. Why not? So with that first with the grain pass there, I'm getting much the same experience as yesterday. Like I said, for me, this was kind of like a pick it up and go razor. It was already intuitive enough that I could just pick it up. There was a very short, if not kind of instantaneous learning curve. It felt familiar, even though I'd never used it. And it just shaved like a dream. So we'll get this against the grain pass in. We'll see how she does to finish off this shave. But gotta say, I'm impressed with this offering, and I think it is a steal, even if you had to charge $5 more for a foam insert. I think this thing's a steal. And just because it's not the most expensive offering in their catalog, that I wouldn't be hesitant whatsoever to pick this thing up. This thing has great build quality. And I'm sure their customer service would change this for me. If I brought it up, I'm positive they would change this for me. I just don't find it to be a big enough deal. Over a couple, over a certain amount of use, it's going to pick up some wear and tear regardless. I mean, I take good care of my stuff, but it's just inevitable, man. You're going to mess up sooner or later. Can't notice in shave of the days. Maybe I should take that back. You can't notice in my shave of the days. I try to be fancy, but I don't get too fancy. Soap is slick as hell. It has a great density. It has a weight on your face. Like I was saying yesterday, how the Henriette Victoria kind of was, it had kind of like a low to medium density, and then it was kind of light on the face. It didn't like carry that weight, that thickness. Well, this one is the total opposite. I could feel it. I could feel the weight of it. I've heard people say like a melted marshmallow type deal. And whereas you're probably thinking, oh, marshmallows are sticky and not slick. Don't think about the slickness aspect, because that is through the roof. Just think about the texture of that melted marshmallow and how kind of like gooey and dense it is. That's the kind of feeling. Alright. That was it. I'll do a little feel around. And we'll wrap it up with some post-shave. I'm just kind of spreading that around because that's some good stuff right there. This soap maintains a great skin feel. Oh, it looks like I got the same spot that I got yesterday. The little, I don't know if it was a pimple or what it was, but I got it yesterday, kind of scabbed over, and it looks like I got it again today. Which is common. It's pretty common for me to just mow right over old wounds and just roll the dice. Alright, let's get this off. If it's even possible. With slickness like this, it's kind of hard to get it off. It leaves like that kind of like, not oily layer, but that kind of slick layer of all the butters and oils. Alright. Let's just bring in the Lancaster towel. Right here to the face. Yeah, no residual scent. I can't. It's just, the soap base is so fantastic, and I almost feel like it's a disservice to scent it so lightly. Of course, I am definitely on one far end, you would say an extremist when it comes to soap scent, because I want them to be strong and bold. But I know that Heather doesn't do that, and I still buy it because I think Heather makes a great product. And in the end, she's all about our community, and that's worth supporting to me. Holy crap. Look at the amount of soap that's just like held refuge by my beard. I almost feel like I have to get it wet to get it off. Probably create a whole new lather right here. Got a little bit. That's right. All that skin food from the soap will help the beard out as well. Doing an extra long wash here. Wow. It's almost like I would say, the most frustrating part of every shave is just getting the soap back out of the beard. So easy to get in there. So difficult to get it back out. Alright. That's good enough for now. I'll get the rest off camera. Alright. It's frustrating. I'm almost as bent out of shape as CDB was when he had that naked armor brush. All flustered over here. Alright, moving on. Going to be using a PAA sample today, and this one is Copali, which I found to be a pretty damn enjoyable scent. Let me get this out of here. We'll talk about that in a second. I'm also going to use this cute little sample of the Zingari Man Rescue Potion with its own very very cute little dropper there. Alright, so let me get that set aside. Try to get this cap off. I think these vials and samples were packaged very well. They all had their own individual little vials in their own individual plastic Ziplocs, and then put into a larger Ziploc. So very well packaged. Alright, what we're going to do here, going to get a couple drops of this, 3 drops, and we're going to attempt to get about 50% of this. I'd say we did pretty good. We're going to mix this up and try not to waste any. Oh, that is unique. Ooh, little tingle down there on my my wound. I'm going to even put it up on my forehead because it's kind of dry up there right now. Hopefully the rescue potion outweighs the alcohol splash. Whoa. So this is smoky and resinous, and it's like deep, dark, and mysterious. I like it. I could definitely tell you right now, this is going to be polarizing. Not everyone's going to like it. It's, like I said, smoky and resinous. Oh, man. Alright, that smells great. Alright. You know what? We're going on long. We'll just do a quick outro here. Zingari Man Blacksmith. I failed with the froth method, but I succeeded with my lather, even though it was kind of like a longer lather, but it is what it is, guys. Turn and Shave custom with the gold flake and emerald green. Absolutely beautiful. V4 tip knot, just still caked. Caked. Good stuff. The Rex Envoy. This beauty right here is every bit as much luxury as the Ambassador. I mean, I can't imagine the Ambassador being worth, like, I think this is a steal is what I'm basically getting at. The Ambassador is what, 2 times as much? I can't imagine it being 2 times better than this. The adjustability is one thing, but this is fantastic. I wouldn't hesitate to recommend that. Alright. I also used the Rescue Potion in Copali. You guys saw that. I'm signing off with some good drink here. Good drink. Cheers, guys.